If you want to know how to position for the love of your life, stick around. I have a quick story time to tell you how to do that in the most simple way. When I was younger, in my early to mid-teens, I was the last of my friends to be a virgin. During this one summer, somehow the other guys either recognized, realized, or found out that I was a virgin and I was the only virgin out of the crew. So that made me really desirable to the guys on the block, in the neighborhood, and around the way. And they would all try their luck at trying to convince me to let them be my first. And so I personally wasn't ready to give myself to anyone or to lose my virginity. So I was just kind of like, no, and a part of me was like, what's the big deal that everybody is like wanting me when I'm saying no, when all the other girls have already said yes and are willing to say yes again? So why not just ask them and go to them? There was one guy in the neighborhood in particular who was super persistent. He would ride his bike over to my grandmother's house where I spent the summers. And every day I would sit on her stoop and he would ask me if he could be the one, if he could be my first. He was so convincing and he had all of these reasons why it should be him, but I still wasn't ready. And so I continued to say no. And he continued to ride his bike over to try and convince me like every day. What I realized from that experience was there's power in preservation. When you don't give something to someone and you preserve it and not everyone gets access to it, its perceived value increases in the eyes of the people who want it. This may seem like an old school principle to some of you, but it is relevant right now, not just when it comes to your body or your relationships, but look at anything of value in the world. It's usually because there is either limited access or there are limited pieces of it and not everyone can get it. So this is a principle that I apply in my coaching when I'm working with my clients who are trying to figure out how they can position for intentional dating that results in their love of your life relationship. So what I want for you is to start thinking about how you can be more elusive, more exclusive, and how you can begin to preserve certain aspects of yourself so that everyone doesn't get to experience you in that way. This will increase your mystique in the dating scene and it will make men more curious. If you want to learn how to implement this and add it to your dating strategy, then feel free to book a call with me at the link in my bio. But if you just have any questions or any feedback, I'd love to hear it. Leave it in the comment section down below.